How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Countdown video. We only have 68 days left until the game's release on December 7th, and today we will be talking about two supposed leaks. As always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if these leaks are true or not, so make sure you take them both with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about them just for fun. If you'd like to read along while I talk, you can find a link to both of the original posts in the description bar down below, and now, with all of that out of the way, let's jump right into the newest leaks. So the first leak that we are going to take a look at today actually comes from GameFAQs, and it is titled Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Leak, Spoiler Alert. It is posted by a Nintendo employee, and it starts by saying, "Hey guys, I'm not going to reveal who I am, except that I do in fact work for Nintendo. Believe this leak or not, but all of this will be over soon. The next Smash Ultimate Direct is October 16th. Anyways, let me tell you the newcomers. So first of all, we have Skull Kid from The Legend of Zelda. Then we have Sora from Kingdom Hearts, Isaac from Golden Sun, Gino from Super Mario RPG, Incineroar as our new Gen 7 Pokemon rep, Bandana Waddle Dee from Kirby, Steve from Minecraft, and Banjo Kazooie from Banjo Kazooie. Then we move on to the Echo Fighter. So the first Echo Fighter we have is Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu. Then we have Shadow as an Echo Fighter for Sonic, Octolings as an Echo Fighter for Inkling, and finally Dixie Kong as an Echo Fighter for Diddy Kong. And then we have the new stages. So first of all, we have Planet Robotron, then Forest Maze, Overworld, and then finally Gruntilda's Castle. There are more talks about DLC. The only guaranteed person right now is Springman from ARMS. Now let me tell you about Spirits Mode. It's the only way to unlock the characters. You start out with the beginning roster for the 64, except no Mario, Link, Kirby, or Captain Falcon. That's all I have to say. I will try to get an image or two to prove my point, but it's not likely. So now that we've gone over the entire leak, let's talk about it a little bit. So the very first thing that I noticed, and I'm sure all of you guys noticed this too, is that Nintendo employee, the username of the guy who posted this leak, is actually spelled wrong. I don't know if this guy posted this on accident, or like if he spelled it wrong because he didn't know how to spell it, or maybe he did it because he wanted to make sure that Nintendo didn't find him. But either way, it's really strange that it was spelled wrong, and honestly that kind of gives it away for me as being fake. However, let's ignore the spelling and grammatical errors for right now and move on to the actual content of this leak. So the very first thing that this leaker claims is that there is going to be a Smash Direct on October 16th. So right away, you guys already know that I made a video saying that there was going to be a Smash Ultimate Direct on September 8th, and I also made one saying that there might be one on October 16th. This guy is saying that there's going to be one on October 16th, so hopefully this actually does come true because I know a lot of people are really looking forward to it. However, we know that Sakurai said that the character reveals were going to be slowing down from now on, so I kind of feel like this isn't going to be true, and we are instead going to get one final Smash Ultimate Direct in November, in which he releases the rest of information about the game, including the rest of the final characters, and all of the new modes and stuff like that. I also think he's going to announce a Smash Ultimate demo, but that's neither here or there, so let's move on to the characters. So now, let's talk about the new characters. So the first newcomer on this list is Skull Kid from The Legend of Zelda. As you guys know, I do believe that Skull Kid is going to be one of the characters that makes it into Smash Ultimate. Whether or not he makes it in on the base roster, or if he makes it in as DLC, honestly I can't tell you, but I do believe he's going to make it in. One of the reasons I believe this is because in the Nintendo E3 Direct, they actually gave us a little bit of hints supporting that King K. Rool was going to make it into the game, and he ended up making it in. Well, Sakurai did something very similar to this, and he did something for Skull Kid in which he made a background that kind of represented like Skull Kid's colors, and also the two fairies that he travels with, so I could totally see Skull Kid making it into the game. After that, we have Sora from Kingdom Hearts, and he's one of those characters that could go either way. On the one hand, he does have some fan popularity behind him, but not as much as Gino. So for those of you guys who don't know, Vergaben actually leaked a while back that we would be getting one more Square Enix rep, and I think that spot's going to go to Gino, and Sora is most likely going to be DLC. Then we have Isaac from Golden Sun, and he's another one of those characters that could go either way. Apparently, he had a ton of fan popularity on the Smash ballot, and a ton of people really want him in the game, but on the other hand, a lot of people don't really want him in the game, and he hasn't been too popular for a while. Like we haven't gotten a new Golden Sun game in a very long time, so I don't know if I could see him making it in, but I hope he does make it in for all of you out there that really want him in. Then we have Gino, and like I already said, I think that the Square Enix representation is going to go to him. He has a ton of fan popularity behind him, and in Smash Bros. For Wii U, he was the only Mii costume that got a splash screen, so Sakurai realizes how popular he is. Also, Sakurai has stated before that he's wanted Gino to be in Smash for a while now, and now that we've gotten King K. Rool and Ridley, I think that his chances of making it in are extremely high. Up next we have Incineroar, and once again, he is another character that I think is definitely going to make it into Smash Ultimate. For those of you guys who don't know, Incineroar in current competitive VGC is actually one of the most used Pokemon, so obviously, he definitely does deserve a spot. A lot of people don't really like him, but honestly, I could totally see him making it in. He's a wrestler, and I think that that would fit really well into Smash Ultimate. Then we have Bandana Waddle Dee, and once again, I've talked about him so much, but basically just know I think he's 50-50. So, Sakurai said that he doesn't want to oversaturate his own series and put too many of his own characters in the game, but at the same time, Bandana Waddle Dee is now the current player 4, he's the permanent player 4 for all the Kirby games, and we haven't gotten a new Kirby representative since Smash Bros. Brawl, so I think that if we do get a new Kirby rep, it is going to be Bandana Waddle Dee. After that, we have Steve from Minecraft, and he's another one of those characters that I think is basically in at this point. For those of you guys who don't know, Sakurai has played Minecraft before and stated that he really enjoys the series. Not only that, but we had two very credible leakers, being Vergaben and another one who leaked a very prominent game, come out and say that we were getting Minecraft representation in Smash and that Steve was going to be a playable character. And then finally, Nintendo and Microsoft are on extremely good terms. Minecraft has been on a bunch of different Nintendo consoles, so I think that honestly Steve is going to make it in on the base roster, probably as our final character reveal. And then finally, we have Banjo and Kazooie, and honestly, I'm not too sure how to feel about them at this point. On the one hand, if we do end up getting Steve from Minecraft in Smash Ultimate, that means we're getting a Microsoft rep. However, I'm not sure if Sakurai is going to want to put two Microsoft reps in the same game. I could see Banjo and Kazooie coming in as DLC, but I'm not sure if he'd make it in on the base roster. On the other hand, however, we do know that Banjo and Kazooie have a ton of fan popularity behind them, so honestly, I could see Sakurai putting them in to appease the fans. After that, we move on to the Echo Fighter. So first of all, we have a Ken as an Echo Fighter for Ryu, and once again, he's another one of those characters that I've talked about a ton on this channel, so I'm not going to go too in detail about him, but basically, Ken is the original Echo Fighter, so I believe that he has an extremely good chance of making it in as one of the newest Echo Fighters. Then we have Shadow as an Echo Fighter for Sonic, and once again, he's another one of those characters I've talked about a ton on this channel, but basically, all you guys need to know is I believe that Shadow is going to make it into the game, especially since his assist trophy was removed and replaced with Knuckles. Then we have Octoling as an Echo Fighter for Inkling, and once again, Octoling is another basically for sure character in my opinion. I say this because the Octolings are basically the exact same as Inklings, the only difference is they have different hair, different clothes, and stuff like that, so it would be way too easy for them to put it in, and I think it would make a lot of fans happy. Not only this, Splatoon is one of Nintendo's biggest IPs now, and honestly, if they only get one character in Smash, I think it's going to make a lot of people really disappointed. And then finally, we have Dixie Kong as an Echo Fighter for Diddy Kong, and once again, she's another character that I believe is going to make it in. Unfortunately, I really thought that she was going to make it in as a unique fighter, since she has a bunch of unique moves that I don't think she can really, portray using Diddy Kong's moveset, but if she does make it in as an Echo Fighter, honestly, I'd just be happy that she's in the game. So then we move on to the new stages, and we will be getting 4 of them. So the first one is Planet Robotron from Kirby. After that, we have Forest Maze from Super Mario RPG, and then we have Overworld from Minecraft. The last stage on this list is Gruntilda's Castle from Banjo and Kazooie, and obviously, if we are getting all these new characters, it does make sense that each of them gets a new stage. After that, we move on to DLC. So at this point in time, the only guaranteed character for DLC is Springman from ARMS. So for those of you guys who don't know, Sakurai originally planned the Smash Ultimate roster in late 2015 or early 2016, and ARMS came out a little bit after that, meaning that Springman didn't get the chance to make it into the game. However, I think that Nintendo is currently really trying to push ARMS as their new IP, so putting a character in Smash makes a lot of sense. Not only that, but ARMS is a fighting game, so bringing Springman over to Smash just makes a ton of sense. And then finally, we move on to Spirits Mode, and apparently it's the only way to unlock characters. Right away, this is a huge red flag for me. I say this because in all the previous Smash Bros. Installments, you could always unlock characters just by playing versus matches, and I honestly think that Sakurai is not going to take that away. The leaker didn't give much other information other than that, but apparently you start out with the beginning roster for 64 without Mario, Link, Kirby, or Captain Falcon, and honestly I don't know why they would do that. Why would they take out some of the most iconic Smash Bros. Characters off the beginning roster unless you unlock them like really quickly? Honestly, I'm not really sure, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts about it in the comment section down below. So now that we've gone over the entire leak, do I believe that it's real? Honestly, probably not. I think that there were too many mistakes on this, and also Sakurai stated that we're not going to be getting too many newcomers, so I think that the amount of newcomers the person put on this list is just way too many, so I'm going to say this leak is fake for right now, but let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. And now let's move on to a couple picture leaks. The next leak that I wanted to take a look at actually comes from 4chan, and it is a couple of pictures of Ninten from the Earthbound series. So the picture that you are seeing on screen right now is a picture of Ninten standing on Battlefield with Pokemon Trainer in the background. So honestly, the first thing that I noticed while looking at this picture is that the battlefield that he's standing on looks like the battlefield from Brawl. I'm not going to discredit it right away because there was a leak a while ago that said you'd be able to play on all versions of Battlefield and all versions of Final Destination, so let's move on and keep talking about it. So the next thing that I noticed was that Ninten looked like the version of Ninten that Artsy Omni actually made a while ago for his Smashified series. So honestly, I think that Sakurai would change it up a little bit. I'm not really too familiar with how Ninten looks in the games or anything like that, but honestly, it looks so similar to Artsy Omni's version that I just can't believe that this is real. However, the next picture that we actually get to see is Ninten doing a move which looks like Ness's PK Fire, except it looks like it might be ice or electricity. I'm not really sure. I know that Ninten and Ness have some differences, but if Ninten does end up being an Echo Fighter for Ness, then they should share a lot of their moves. I understand that a couple of them can get changed around, but this one just looks too different for him to be considered an Echo Fighter, which would make him a unique fighter. Honestly, I think that both of these pictures look really good, except I'm just not too sure how I feel about them. Let me know if you guys think that these are real in the comment section down below, because I really think that these have potential to be real, but at the same time, this could just be a Project M or a Brawl mod. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys let me know what you think about these two leaks in the comment section down below, and also make sure you subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.